still there.
Yeah.
Just how? Oh, you starting now?
Yeah, I guess.
All right. You don't have a.
No.
Do you edit later? Or?
Yeah, I do edit later.
Well,
But
okay.
like I keep it pretty casual. At least right now. Like I'm using my phone to record right now.
Does it get good volume? Like, is it gonna be able to?
For the most part. I don't know about the sound. Though.
Yeah, like I was gonna say, cause that motor's. And I don't know why. I think it's just because it's an older system, like one of the first ones. It just
Yeah.
the motors. I need to get in there and clean it out too. Like, fucking hate that.
Yeah.
Now that I've been like unemployed for so long, I've realized like, wow, I became quite the handyman.
Really?
Yeah, I can just,
Interesting.
like just start tinkering around with shit that ain't even broken. I'll break it.
How old are you?
I'm 31 now.
31 now?
Yeah,
Oh, cool.
I'm fucking old.
I was guessing 57, but
No, somebody actually thought it was what was it, last month, because I still go and I take my GD classes, so I finish that out because I'm a fucking dropout loser. So I do that, but the people that go there, there's like two of them that are older than me. There's one that's 30 or 51 and one's 37. I'm like, damn, dude, that's commitment right there. But the other two that were younger than me thought I was fucking 18. They thought I just dropped out. I was like,
that's funny.
I had this full fucking beard and shit at the time too. I was like, god damn.
It is crazy, like how people look and like versus like how old they are. Like there's this cook at my restaurant. He looks like he's like 25, but he just turned 21,
Oh, wow.
and he looks a lot older.
See, I think it's all based on how you take care of yourself. I mean, if you do have a little pride in yourself, then you're gonna want to upkeep and have good hygiene and shit.
Yeah.
For a lot of people, they just kind of brush and go.
Yeah, for a long time that's how I was. Lately I've been trying to clean it up. I'm doing a challenge where I'm only drinking water this month, and then this week I'm not eating chips. Next week I'm not eating any fast food, and I think the week after that there's only 2 days in the month left, and I'm only gonna eat healthy food those 2 days. I just want to, like, if I make it a game or like a challenge, it's just easier.
Right. See, like I've been doing the chicken and fish diet for 3 months now.
Oh, nice.
No, it sucks. It's gross. It's fucking, I'm so bored and depressed of the same old stuff. I'm craving like the kill, like the blood just running out of my mouth. You know, I want that fucking meat, man.
Yeah.
But no, I was actually having a conversation about the way people look in Hollywood and shit, and how some of them, like there's two different actresses, both female, but I swear they have not fucking like aged. I wish I knew their names right off the bat, but I know one was
Jennifer Aniston's one that I can.
Yeah, she's another one actually. So that's about three that I know now, like that have not really changed in their facial structure or in their facial features. Like, I don't know, like for the ones we were talking about, like Brad Pitt and Leonardo DiCaprio, which
And
I found
Keanu Reeves too is another one.
you can see the aging.
You can see it.
Yeah, with them two, like with Leonardo DiCaprio, I feel like he got shorter though.
Yeah.
Like I feel like he shrunk, like because the dude's like what, in his 50s, isn't he?
I don't know.
I think they're both are. Right. Yeah, I think they both are. Yeah. I don't know. I found out that they were the new power couple of Hollywood. I was like, how's that supposed to work? Because realistically, Brad Pitt's like a dirty ass hippie and Leonardo DiCaprio's like a hardcore activist. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So like, if he's giving a heartwarming speech, Brad Pitt's out tying himself to a tree. Like, you know, like what the fuck? It's dysfunction from the start. But that's another thing. Like Brad Pitt's one of those people that don't take like showers and shit. Matthew McConaughey, he's another one that hasn't really aged. And I wonder, like, okay, is it the water? Is it the heat? Is it where you live? Is it that shit that like maybe dries you out more? But see, the thing for me is like, and here's one thing that I do that actually I found keeps your skin. I mean, again, if you take care of yourself, fuck it. I put on lotion after I get out of the shower.
Yeah, that's supposed to be huge.
Like, yeah, you know, like if I'm first waking up, I'll wash my face, you know, clean everything off, and I'll put a little bit of lotion on because I have that sensitive skin where even when I shave, I can't shave all the way to I can't take a razor and shave. I have to use a buzzer to trim it down.
Yeah.
Because I have that skin where it breaks out. So I use the lotion because of the allergies, or I think it's allergies, or I think it's just this shitty climate out here. I don't know what it is. But I know for me, that's what I use, and it keeps me looking obviously young.
Yeah, you know who looks not young
I mean, it's not just for your dick, dude. That's, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's why when you get these people that are older,
you know,
this shit looks weird, but you use lotion and it makes you look, you know.
Yeah. I guess I should introduce you a little bit, though. This is Norman Royal. He's a fellow comedian. For me, comedian might be a strong word. Sometimes it doesn't work out. Sometimes it does so much. But
I still classify myself as one, but I haven't, like...
one of my first jokes that I ever thought of was when I was in 9th grade, and I didn't even think about doing stand-up till I was 17 and 18. But anyways, in 9th grade, one of the first things I ever thought of was I'm struggling to remember. I'm not even high yet.
I would struggle to remember what the fuck I was doing at 18 and 17 too. Shit, man. You know how long ago that was for me?
Well, this was when I was 14, but I remember
Let's go further back. Still, fuck 18 and 19. Let me take you all the way back to when I was a fetal.
Yeah, and isn't it funny how you get the summers mixed up and you're like, wait, when did this happen? Or
I've had that. Yeah, I've had that where you swore something happened that particular day.
Yeah.
But it happened 2-3 years
yeah.
before that day even happened. I was like, what the fuck?
But anyways, I was like, yo, I feel so girly whenever I put lotion on. I'm just rubbing my hands all feminine. I want to put lotion on like a man. And then it would just cut scene to me putting on a laptop, box of tissues, and then the lotion bottle.
I would figure more like if you took the statement as I want to put lotion on it like a man, you're putting that shit on. I can imagine somebody in the bathroom with a shotgun ready to just be like, oh, this is a bad idea waiting to happen. You know, we were talking about it earlier, third eye blind, right? You know,
yes.
When you jerk it, well, it could be the same result for that dude. Mm-hmm. We'll go colorblind.
Yeah, I remember listening to a YouTube video, and the guy was telling a story about how he masturbated and got himself in the eye and it made his eye red, and so he had the nickname Red Eye.
That sucks, dude. I would not be happy with that kind of nickname.
It sounds like a cool nickname until you understand why.
I wonder what his ticket prices are.
Yeah, it sounds like...
Oh, man, that's fucked up. So was he he was jerking it and it just he launched it one in his eye, or
Oh, no. Oh, shit, the police.
Let me,
But I just found out that you can pause it. Yeah, we had sex and then we came back to it. We just couldn't wait till after.
All that jerking talk. I wanted to see how far we can...
Yes.
We were talking about that earlier. No, okay. So you said when you jerk it, you don't get the launch.
Yeah, no.
You don't get range. You just
kind of
slime.
But it depends, because it depends on how turned on I am. With a girl, a lot of times it does ejaculate, but not that far. Only a little bit.
Well, how would you know? Are you watching yourself while you're oh yeah, pull out?
Well, I don't know. I've just jerked
Why
myself.
are you jerking when you have a girl there, though? This is what I don't understand.
It's a long story.
There's holes in your story, sir.
It's a true story, I swear. I don't feel like explaining because the girl in question would... I don't know if she would like me to explain why.
Let's go back to just the basics.
But yeah, but by myself, for the most part, it is just oozing out. Unless with this same girl, I had to come home because I was blue balled and I had to jerk off at home. And that time, it just... I literally held my hand out to just go into my hand, and it went over my hand.
Do you... How does something go over your... do you mean it just kind of dripped, or
no, it just ejaculated.
A single teardrop just went over?
No, I ruined my bed sheets.
Okay, that's...
It looked like I spilled super glue all over it.
It's fucked up.
But yeah.
No, I've like I told you before, I can get a couple feet, like, but for me it's like when I'm watching porn, like it has to be like that hardcore, like girl on girl rough shit.
Rough shit.
And then yeah, dude, you gotta go for the rough shit.
No, I only need soft
like
stuff.
you don't want that soft like romantic movie bullshit, sex porn shit where they're just like, I love you, Charles. I love you, Maggie.
But they
I
got
cancer.
They got candles, and it's
fuck
romantic.
candles. I want those candles to fall over while the bed is like thrusting against the wall like hardcore, and those candles are suddenly bursting the floors into flames and shit. They don't care. The girls on the bottom and the ones on the top fisting her. She's like, more. That's what you want. That's what you want. My shit will be out to here, and I will, and it will fucking launch.
If I see a fire extinguisher in your bedroom, I will laugh.
Paint a masterpiece on the wall to extinctify that how I felt about that porn. It will come out in a rating. No?
No, I don't understand, but it's fine. Someone out there will, I guess.
No, I'm just saying in general, though, like for you, like, so you've never like shot, like maybe it's just like the material you're using. Like when do you, like, do you jerk off?
Do you really
more?
think that's it? I don't know, like, I don't think that's it. Because, like, the only thing that seemed to affect it is how turned on I am.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's
but
for
like,
me. Like, if you're in full chub,
the point
right,
I'm getting,
and you're
though,
getting there, and then you just all of a sudden went like oh, and then it just kind of oozes over you. And it's like, that was anticlimactic.
Yeah.
You know,
good thing no one saw this.
Right? Like, you just made the most vinegar stroke face you can possibly make, but it was not as what you thought.
Yeah.
So, again, it could be the material, could be where you're
I don't think it is,
at.
because the shit that I fucking really like.
What do you do, RedTube or?
No, Pornhub is the place to go.
I do Pornhub.
I feel like that's the only legitimate website.
It kind of feels more safer for me because I haven't gotten a virus from there yet, so
it feels like the safest place. I don't know.
Have you checked out RedTube though?
I have.
It's not as, I feel like RedTube and Pornhub,
I feel like all the other websites though are really unorganized and they just look clunky and weird, and
there's so many of them and it's hard to choose after a while. It really is. But I feel like RedTube is more like centered in vinyl than Pornhub is. Pornhub is more like, we'll do whatever the fuck we want, you know, kind of shit.
Interesting.
I don't know, like, that's just my experience, because, like, I've watched RedTube, and it seems more like soft porn.
Yeah.
And then you go over to Pornhub, and they have girl on girl, guy on guy, fisting, pumping, jumping, whatever.
Well, maybe I should go to RedTube, because I like more, like, amateur stuff. Like, where it's just, like, very
They
casual.
have a lot of that shit on there, too, which is weird. It's really weird.
And I don't know why that stuff gets me. Like, the, like, high budget...
You're not one of those guys that get off on
it.
pregnant chicks, are you?
No.
Have you seen
They
them?
look like aliens when they're naked. It's so weird. No, I don't like that.
Big old extended belly, but everything else is just skinny. It's like
so bizarre. It looks like they have a basketball underneath their... Like, they
does,
swallowed a
yeah.
basketball or something. I don't know. It just
the
looks
best
so weird.
part about I can only say the best part about a pregnant chick is like their tits grow.
Yeah.
But then, like, there's some of them out there that when they extend, they flop down like an older woman, and it's weird because it's like, do they just get too big that they give up, or you know, you don't have that kind of support like most women.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's some women out there that are like that. It's weird. It's not as attractive, but
I don't know. I've never had sex with a pregnant chick that I know of.
I'm a leg guy, so either way, ass and tits are like the bonus to me, but I'm a leg guy for sure. I see a nice pair of legs, I'm all...
I love legs. Legs are amazing, yeah. I don't know why. It's like, that's so curious.
I think it's the mystery. I think it's the mystery behind the legs. You're scouting, you're looking, you found someone.
That's true, because when you see someone naked, like, it's just a vagina, and like, don't get me wrong, vaginas are like the greatest thing ever, but it's still just a vagina. But then the legs like make it seem like it's something magical and mystical.
Right. Well, and then also I noticed too, for a lot of guys, we start looking at head to toe, from head to toe, or from toe to head. From toe
to head, yeah.
Yeah, we don't automatically go right away to the face down.
Yeah.
Which is weird. And women do. There's some women
too.
That do that too, but a lot of them they do like just kind of like the stare down.
Yeah, because they look for different things. They look for more like the personality behind, like how your body carries itself and like the body language. That's more of what they're looking at.
It's weird. I don't know. I always, like, back in the day too, like it used to be where women were like all about the butt and shit. Now it's like they're more.
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell women are interested in anymore. I really don't. You got some that stay in these weird ass relationships, like where the man beats her, and then you have freedom to leave, but we have kids.
Yeah, but
that don't mean anything. I have kids and I don't live with the bitch because I don't like her. We don't get along.
Well, see, you're thinking clearly right now. When they're in that mindset, they're not thinking clearly at all.
They never do. It's 8 years later and they're still halfway beaten to death, and
it's disturbingly common.
But he's got his nice moments. No, when? He brought me flowers last week. You should have seen it. He was so sweet. He cried. He said he would change. He stopped drinking. Will he? When? 8 years later?
Yeah, it's just disturbingly common how many guys hit their wives and.
But see, the weird thing is now.
Why?
Here's the weird thing. So, back when I was getting my divorce finalized and everything, my ex-wife decided, fuck that, I'm gonna set him up. Got me set up on a trumped up DV charge. Luckily, it all got.
What's that?
It's domestic violence.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was bullshit. All the people knew it already. Like, I went into court. The judge was looking at the pictures. He's like, "Are you fucking shitting me, dude? What are you here for?" I'm like, "It says it right there." He's like, "Nothing's damaged." And then she didn't even show up. They were in the back. I heard the phone going off the hook, like gring, 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 just ringing the fuck out of her. The officer comes back. He's like, "I can't get a hold of her.
Wow.
I'm like, dude.
How long were you married?
I was married for like 8.5 years.
8.5 years? Oh wow.
And it was a mess. It was a bad choice, but it was a learning experience at the same point.
That's good.
Because I like to think I got something out of it, but when I was in there, when I got locked up for that, there were more women in prison for domestic violence against men than there were men against women.
Really?
I was shocked to find out.
That's
what
insane.
The fuck? I was like, how many crazy bitches are out here? Like,
my dad says that they're all crazy.
Well, no. Okay, so dude, like, I'm sorry to like anyone that this might offend, but I can't help it. That's just my character. I'm blunt. I'm in the face. I'm not gonna sugarcoat shit. Women out in Colorado, there is something seriously different about their mentality, the way they think, and the way they function and work. And I don't know if it's just more vindictive out here, more like I gotta be number one or what. Yeah, but I don't know if you've ever
recognized that.
No. They seem more.
But like, I also haven't lived other places very much. But like in Mexico, like women are very, very different. But I don't know if that's just if that's because it's in Mexico and the difference between U.S. and Mexico. But
well, see, I grew up on the East Coast. I was born in Florida, so all that experience around different cultures and different types of communities and places and such, you learn different types of characteristics in people and how they move and how they function and how they look and how they look at you and how they talk and everything. And it gets to be like, what the fuck? There's these people aren't normal. There's nothing normal about these people. But then like you come here and it's like a swift kick in the balls. You're like, what the fuck just happened? Like you got flipped upside down. because people out here seem to be a little more, I don't know, it's just, I don't have a word for it.
Interesting.
But there's something in the water or in the air.
Oh, I wonder what it is.
I don't know. And it, again, I don't mean to offend anyone, but
I doubt
I've even heard people tell me this too, like, dude, there's people do act differently out here. And they don't even have a word for it, but they say it. People do act strange.
Interesting.
It's I'm like, what the fuck is it? What is it that's making them? But then I look at the female population out here, and almost the majority of them are in relationships that they're not 100% committed to.
Yeah, I see a lot of that here.
A lot.
A lot of it.
Which
is very interesting.
Yes. High schools, dude, like the high schools alone. See, the thing for me is I don't think we should be like getting mad at the schools because they're not teaching safe sex. I don't think we should be getting mad at the parents because they allow their kids to do this. Here's the truth. Your kid is how old? They know the complications, they know the risks.
Uh-huh.
You've had to have a talk with them at one point, even if you kind of
even if it was like
jumped around
passive.
And schools, they do teach it now at an earlier age. They're starting to teach sexual education in middle school, which I find kind of like too soon. But unfortunately, that's the time we live in. And it just comes to, like, again, blame the kids, man. It takes two to tangle. You can't just sit there and be like, that's the parents' fault. No, it ain't.
Yeah, for sure.
What do you got to get a tracker to fucking tag and make sure to monitor this fucker every day? Nah.
I think it's a group effort, though. Like, everybody is involved. I think the parents have a hand to play, but, like, a lot of times it's not even directly. It's, like, what they encourage or, like, not even what they say, like, specifically. It's just like, yeah, this is, like, fun. This is good. Or, like, you can bang a lot of chicks if you want.
Well, see, like, if you ever watch that 16 and Pregnant, there's some dumbasses on there because they're all over there thinking, like, they literally had one chick on there. It's like, I did not think that it would work out like this and it would be this hard. What did you think it would be?
Yeah.
She's like, I lost all my friends because I can't go out no more.
Yeah.
I can't party. All I got is school and home, and now I'm going to pretty soon not even have school because I have the baby coming. I'm like, well, duh! Yeah. What the fuck did you think?
Yeah.
Another chick came on there and she's like, well, I watched this mom grow up on this TV show and she was a single parent for like most of her life. I figured if she can do it, I can do it. And then in another scene, she's like, I can't handle this.
Yeah, well, like...
I want him to shut the fuck up. Why won't he shut the fuck up?
It's funny.
Shaking him and shit. But, I mean, come on.
Well, something I'm learning is, like, since I'm 20 and, like, I think that my brain isn't fully cooked, but it's becoming more and more cooked. Like, it's, like, developing and becoming finished with its development, right? Like, at around 21, you stop developing. And that's, like, when you're fully cooked. But, like, I'm not there yet, but I'm, like, slowly realizing that, like, before, especially when I was, like, 14, because I was talking about cheating, like, on another podcast, and I was, like, was purely thinking about what was happening during that day. I wasn't thinking at all about what was going to happen in 5 years or like 3 weeks. And like when you're younger, you literally don't have the capacity. You don't have the capacity to think really far ahead about big things. And then when little kids make big decisions, they can't handle it well because they don't.
Here's the thing though. Can you distinctly, like, figuratively, without a doubt, tell me you see yourself in 5 years from here today?
Absolutely not. No.
Okay.
There's no idea what I'm doing.
So argue that statement with the statement that you just made, because again, I think kids
but I
understand.
have a better understanding of what I'm gonna do.
Right. You have more of a. You have experience. You have
Yeah, and
I
understand the implications of the things that are going to happen. I'm going to have to work more. I need more money.
Right. And see, those things, like, they don't think about.
Yeah.
They just jump right into it. But they do have the information at hand.
That's true. They do. They have the information.
They're
they
not
have tools.
stupid. They're not going in there like, the candy store.
That's very true.
I'm going to get your lollipop. You know, kind of shit. There's condoms, there's magazines. You know, these, like, back in the day when you were little, I was pretty sure, like, you were like me, where you just snuck your dad's magazines and shit, you know?
Yeah.
Or if you didn't take his, you'd buy some.
By then, the internet was pretty advanced. So it was
you're younger than me,
would,
but, you know, whatever. Whatever.
I would sneak onto their computers, is what I would do.
So, yeah, I'm like, God, when the internet first came out for me, man, it was not... I think there was less porn, or no, I think there's probably twice as much porn as there was when it first came out. But there was for sure enough porn out there to satisfy you.
Too.
Yes, there is. There's a ridiculous amount. I think we already talked about
As soon as they started being able to videotape, that's when they started to make porn too.
Well, yeah, you had those little...
They didn't even have sound in the first porno tapes.
All you had to hear was... well, while you had somebody in the back, like Herman...
You got piano music playing.
Oh, that would be horrible porn.
There's just a black screen and it just says, "Oh yeah, baby."
And the little parentheses and shit.
Yes.
That would be a horrible porn. I'd be sitting there waiting like,
in the 1920s,
I can't hear shit. What the fuck are you saying?
What if you came?
Do you like it? I have to reach. Ah, this is a lot of work.
What if you came when the black screen came on?
The end. Or Finn.
That's like the equivalent of coming when you see the guy's face. When it cuts to the guy's face in the porno.
Or if the thing skips. Stuck on the old face of the guy.
I remember when I first got my phone, I would be masturbating, and my parents, I would literally see on the phone screen, "Mom is calling," and I'm just like, and a lot of times I would stop and answer, but then like it took me an embarrassing.
Would you answer?
It took me so long to figure out. I can just decline, say I was in the bathroom, finish my business.
I was gonna say I would straight up ignore that, like, "Mom, get out." I'm busy.
Mom, more pressing issues.
Did this shit when I was living with you guys. I'm not living with you anymore. Stop fucking with me. Shit, I don't know. Like, things.
God, I'm sorry.
You fucking dick. Just open spits on my floor. Like,
I'm gonna cut this part out.
Yeah, I was supposed to leave last month, but
sorry for that intermission.
Yeah, we're not gonna even talk about that. So what happened?
We had sex again.
Yeah, after he spit it on my floor, I had to rape him. Pounded him so bad his nose was fucking being pushed into it.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Don't spit on my floor, boy.
I thought you said this was in Texas.
I'm gonna make you lick it. No, I've had a Texan tell me that before, because I was smoking one time and I smoked the joint that he passed, and I coughed so bad that I was drooling. You ever done that when you're just coughing so much you lose?
Yeah.
Yeah, it happens. And he's all like, "What's wrong with you, boy? Got a loose bottom lip or what?" I'm like,
loose bottom lip.
Like, what's that supposed to mean? Your lip's like a funnel, it just drips. Like, okay.
Oh my god.
Just like that or something.
But yeah, if you want, I can give you a ride to Springs. Maybe tomorrow? I don't know what you're doing tomorrow. You said the job. What are you doing?
I'm not doing anything tomorrow, dude. This is consistent of every day of trying to figure out. Dude, I'm like next to nothing of doing cave designs on my fucking walls. It's how crazy I feel like I'm going. Serious, man. I miss hitting the stage. I miss grabbing the mic, and it's been a while since
It's so refreshing coming back after a while. Like, I went to Mexico. I bombed like a couple of times during June, and then like I barely had any jokes for like as long as I had been trying to write, and so I was
played
like,
in New Mexico though?
yeah, I go to Mexico, yeah, every year.
Nice.
My parents have a
Congrats,
ranch down there, but
Sorry.
you're fine. What is it? Oh yeah. So like I'm like I don't have a whole lot of jokes or new material. Like there's no excuse for this. So like all of July I was just trying to write, banging my head against the wall, trying to figure out how to write because I still don't even know how to.
I wrote a fucking book, dude.
But I come back and then I go to the Spotlight. That was one of the funnest sets I've ever had coming back to the Spotlight. That was so much fun.
Do you feel like they got it more there than they did at the one in Mexico? Is that why?
No, I didn't do anything. I didn't do any stand up in Mexico. Oh, that's why it was so refreshing when I came back.
Okay,
because all I was doing was writing, by myself.
See, I have like so much. Again, because there's I can't do anything here. There's nothing.
Yeah.
Fucking nothing.
Yeah, Spotlight was the best place until they just stopped for whatever reason, and then
Spotlight and what was it? I know that they do one on Riverside, but
yeah, that on Thursdays. But I would so much rather go to the comedy club on Thursdays in Springs because an actual comedy club is so much better than a bar.
See, like I've been seeing things blowing up for Springs like left and right here and there, and I'm like, fuck, I can't do a single one of those. Damn. And it's depressing because yes, like I mentioned to you earlier, since there's nothing out here, I was forced to put all my bits and all my short little acts on Instagram and Facebook. So I'm doing that and YouTube and everything. So that's where all my comedy shit's coming from right now. Because I was talking to another comic, and he was telling me that he's like, don't worry, dude, a little bit like don't sweat it. Like this is the new era of comedy. He's like, there was some guy from Ethiopia that just went on tour, I guess.
Really?
And he started out on Instagram.
Oh, wow. That's
yeah,
cool.
and I was like, well, if he can do it, why am I sitting here bitching and kicking myself in the ass?
Yeah.
I can get my shit out. I can do that. I still rather and prefer the mic because...
Oh, God. So much. I'm trying to make a YouTube video, like, right now. But I've made a few YouTube videos trying to be funny, and it's so much more fun to make jokes and do it in front of a crowd than make a video.
It is because you know what hits and what doesn't.
Instantly.
And they say, like, put short little, like, run your material through Facebook. You don't have to put the whole skit or the whole scene or the whole bit there. But dude, run things through, and if you get hits, if you get likes, if you get thumbs up, take that as a sign of a critic. Mm-hmm. And thumbs up, obviously good. Hearts, obviously good. Smiles, laughter, emojis, good. Take that as stride. But I tried that, right? And I've gotten some material that was good, and then I put it into a bit. Like I'll try the first piece first that the audience obviously liked.
Yeah.
And I'll bomb.
Oh, wow.
But then when I put it into a bit and I'll make a whole story out of the whole fucking thing, then it fucking works. It kills.
Interesting.
But I only get those little thoughts here and there, like where like almost daily, on hourly, I'll just have a random moment. Like the other day I was like literally after one of my sessions, I was like, it is surprisingly weird how many times a day I discover myself because I have nothing to do. Mm-hmm. And it's true. I'm probably masturbate like 5 times a day just because I have nothing to fucking do.
Yeah.
And then I'll go around, like I said, I'll fix up little things here and there. But most of the time, I'm probably playing a video game or watching a movie, and I'm like, this is fucking horrible. It's like, god damn.
Yeah, eventually it gets to you. You just get all antsy. You just
Stockholm. Take it. Yeah, or not Stockholm, Cabin Fever. Cabin Fever, man.
Oh, yes, Cabin Fever.
Start going insane, thinking you're hearing shit. Who's there? Fucking Norman Bates shit.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Start talking to yourself in actual conversations. Like, should we not? She's sleeping. Let's do it now. just complete lose control.
you start looking at that cat a little more differently.
It's like, oh, that cat looks like I could fuck.
You want to hear the worst joke I've ever thought of?
What?
This guy I was talking to, and he was like, "Yeah, just get a dog. Dogs are way better than kids." And I was like, "Yeah, bro, that's true. You can fuck a dog."
Yeah, well, you can fuck both, but it's immoral for both. I mean, but theoretically, people have proven this theory time to time again that you can physically fuck anything that moves.
That's the worst joke I ever thought of.
Is that thing moving? No, it's crawling. I don't care if it's crawling, it's moving. I'll fuck it. This pole's got a pulse. I'll fuck that too. Bring it here.
This reminds me of a story about a lady that looks in her backyard. I think here in Colorado, maybe Springs or something, and she looks in her backyard and she just sees this guy trying to fuck her dog. And like, I can imagine myself in that situation. I'll see the dog and like, I'll laugh at first and then I'll call the cops. Because you can't tell me that wouldn't look funny.
I think I'd be on the phone like, dude, you would not believe the shit my neighbor is doing today.
And guess what? He's white.
And he is a Republican, ladies and gentlemen. So was it like a big dog or like a little dog where he had it in his hands and like that? Or was it like one of the big ones?
Well, because of that noise, I think my parents are fucking dogs at night.
Oh my god. Bed's just rocking. Fucking headboard just bouncing away. Jesus. Jordan, sweetie, can you come in here for a minute?
Why?
Daddy made a mess. She gives you a straw. That would be horrible.
Fuck, this isn't your house, alright? My parents aren't fucking animals. They're fucking animals.
I'd just be more confused. Why did she give me a straw? It's a fucking bendy one too. And have fun with it. Oh shit. That'd be weird. I wonder in porn if there was like a porn or if they ever got into. We've talked a lot about porn today.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
You're fine.
It just got me to like this is like I said, I'm random, but I'm like blunt as fuck. But I'm random, dude. I'm like a cartoon character, dude. I'll never, like, turn off. I don't know what the fuck's going on half the time. But I'm there. It's like one of those moments when you see a car running, but you're not sure if somebody's just warming it up or if it was meant to be driven in the first place. And then you get the idea in your head, like, I need a new car. This could work out. Keys are there. Engine's running. It's on. Radio set to a mediocre standard.
I've seen a TV show on YouTube where the cops did a sting op where they like left the keys inside a truck with a bunch of tools and everything, and I'm like, bro, that's technically not entrapment, but if you make it that easy, damn.
It kind of is entrapment, actually, 100%. The reason is because they are physically knowing that they are putting a marked vehicle out on the streets and knowing that there is going to be at least I want to say 60% chance that there is going to be at least one or two people that are going to try to break in that car, or if not, take the car. I've watched that same show where this dude jumps in and with this girl and he's like, oh shit, where's the keys? Oh shit, how do I start this? Like, you know what, don't worry about it. And then his buddy was like, dude, there's a camera. Let's go. And they got out of the car, and then the cops rolled up on them.
The cops got him even then?
Yeah, they were like, you saw the camera, didn't you? You knew it was a marked car, and blah, blah, blah. I was like, dude, first off, here's the thing. Like, one, it's kind of on the civilians, too, because, granted, it is a marked car. They are using it,
it's for sure still on the civilians, and I think that it's weird. But it's like a weird way, because like I don't even understand how the police justify it, because they're like, well, we stopped the criminal by like setting up something where they wouldn't do any harm, and we caught him there. But like at the same time, like I wonder if they even created criminals by like making it so easy and like.
Well, you got to think in general, human nature, we're driven by greed, gluttony, all those wrong things. Those are all what makes up us as humans. So, of course, if you see like a $5 bill laying on the fucking ground while you're walking the streets, you're not going to pick that up. Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
Same with the marked car. You see a fucking car just sitting there. All these other cars in a row. It's just one fucking car. Motors going. Nobody's fucking around. It doesn't even look like the neighborhood's awake.
Yeah, but the catch is with that is like it's still like it's just a long ways of a dollar. Finding a dollar on the street is a long ways away from stealing someone's car.
Not really. I mean,
I think no. I think
you
it
get
for
those
sure
people
is.
that are like kleptos. They can't help themselves, and they're all out there fucking swiping.
That
and
doesn't
taking.
justify it though. They still shouldn't do it.
We're driven all by something.
That's true.
Obesity.
And like I'm not gonna deny that it's a fishy idea to leave the car like that. It's such a weird like concept that they're gonna make it so easy and they're gonna put so much like low hanging fruit there.
That just makes you see how stupid we are because we're driven by those needs and greeds and diseases.
Yeah, it's crazy how much money runs the life too.
See, back in the day, like I don't know, like I can't really say because even when money was starting to become in currency, when they formed the idea of money, paper money, they went from what was it, those bronze little coins or tokens or whatever the fuck it was, to like the penny or to the copper coin. Then they went from the copper coin to the paper money.
Mm-hmm.
And ever since then, it was like high market for everyone. They were separated from the rich to the poor, and the poor were treated more like shit than the rich were, because if you didn't have money, and that still stands to this day. We as a poorer community are way more dumped on than the fucking rich people. And it's true.
Yeah.
Those rich people, like you see way more in the news about like what fucking billionaires are doing, what actors are doing in Hollywood. What the fuck, what about me? What am I doing in my home right now? You know what I'm doing? I'm struggling to fucking take care of my family. That's what I'm doing. Mm-hmm. You think I want to sit here, put on the TV and try to escape my day of hecticness to fucking see the first thing come across is, oh, Hollywood actor just buys $3 million house property, like shit like that, or someone like, this person just donated fucking $3 billion to the fucking foundation to help these people out. Like, fuck you. I give my last $10 the other day. I don't see my name going across no goddamn credits.
Yeah. That's true. They give credit to the big people. Like, it's funny that
it's not even about
don't...
It's not even about the credits. It's just the fact that that's what, like, we're so superficial as a society. Like, we gotta live in a bubble. Everyone, your cell phone, your fucking TVs.
And I think that's wrong. Like, I try to stop that a lot. Like, when I try to do a good act, I generally do not want to be acknowledged for it. I just want to do the good and get nothing back.
Right.
And I think that's how you should do it, because it kind of defeats the purpose of doing something good for someone else. Like, if you like are just trying to get clout for it, or just trying to be cool, or not like everyone think you're a good person.
See, like, I look at comedy like that's like, I was so unsure about everything else, right? I'm gonna tell you the whole thing.
I relate to that so much, right?
I didn't know. I still don't know, but I do know.
Yeah.
For one thing, for sure.
Yeah.
I want to do stand-up.
Yeah.
That's the career I want to do, because I commit myself to it. I write almost all the time, but then I'm almost like, well, I'm thinking of stuff every day. Mm-hmm. You know, whether it works or not. And I've bombed. Yeah, I've bombed hard on stage. And it sucks.
It's such a terrible feeling.
But here's the thing. The times that I bombed, I've never even noticed when I'm on stage.
Really?
Because I keep going.
That's interesting.
And I never let it affect me. It's weird. I mean, there have been times like I've stopped and I'm like, oh, it's really quiet in here, not laughing, but I'll just keep going.
Yeah.
Because hell, you said I had 8 minutes, right? I'm gonna utilize 8 minutes. Then I don't have to make them laugh at this point. If they're not laughing at what I'm saying, they'll find something funny eventually.
It's a good attitude.
Because no matter what, those are open mics you're doing that shit at.
Yeah.
It's not like you're gonna get any credibility for that shit mainly. It's just your time to improve and critique and, get to where you want it at. So when I do that stuff and I do bomb, again, I don't even notice and I'll keep going.
Yeah.
But when I hear the laughters, that's when I'm like, oh, and I'll fucking catch on to that joke. Like, like I'm fishing. Like, that's how it is for me. Like, I'm fishing. Like, all right, I'll cast the line out to tell a joke. Do I get a hook? Do I get a laugh? No? All right, keep it out there for a bit.
Yeah.
And that's how it is. I just keep going.
I like that attitude. That's a really good mindset.
It is, and I think it helps. I think it helps me because, one, in general, I'm a nervous person in general, so I'm always like a little tweaker. I don't mean to be, but I think it's the weed mainly. Honestly, when I smoke, I get more rambunctious and shit. Like, all right. And then if I to the point almost like where I'm like, hey, let's wrestle. Like I got my best bud there. I'm like, fuck you, I want to fuck him up. Just for no reason, but in a good mood almost. But yeah, I think it helps a lot more.
That's really
for me,
cool.
Honestly, because it allows me again. That's how I see comedy, and that's how I know. For me, I'm good at it.
Yeah.
Or I can be good at it.
Yeah.
And I don't want to, for a lot of things, I've never wanted to be, great at it. Like, I've done everything from A to Z, and I'm like, I can do it, but I don't want to put the best foot forward to do it. You know what I mean? Like, I did stop motion animation, I did little drawings, I've done music shit, I've done everything that I can think of creative-wise, and I'm like, I can do better on that, but I don't want to. But with comedy, I see myself on stage, I'm out there fishing, and I'm like, I don't want to fish, dude. I want to fucking hunt. I want to be out there with a spear. I want to fucking you laughed? All right, yeah. You know what I mean? I want to hunt. I want to kill. I want to conquer. I want to improve, critique. I want to improvise on.
Yeah, it's I have such passion for it too. I've been to comedy shows, and I would so much rather be on a stage than seeing a comedian, and I don't have any other hobbies like that where I wouldn't rather play the guitar myself. I would rather just see the people playing the guitar. I have nothing out there that is like that except for comedy, where I would rather be doing it, getting those laughs, having that feeling of what it was like to think of something, put it together, change it apart,
absolutely,
get criticized for it, your friends tell you it's fucking stupid, and then you work on it, and then you take it to a show.
See, here's the thing, I don't even care if my friends tell me a lot of people, again, you can't always go based on one or two people.
Yeah, for sure.
Your audience is what you're going to have as a critic. Your audience is your primary critic.
Nights, it works out and it doesn't.
Right? Because your friends know you on a personal level.
And
of course they're going to be exactly.
Yeah.
It's like telling your mom and dad a joke that you find fucking funny, that your friends find fucking funny.
Yeah.
It's a dirty joke. You go tell your mom and dad, I got something great to tell you guys. Hold on. Ready? And then their face just drops. And
you can fuck a dog.
You might want to clean that up. I hope that's not your act. Shit like that. And it's but your audience tells you your feedback. They'll let you know. And that is to me, I'm I don't give a shit if you find me funny, because you don't make up.
Yeah, exactly.
Everybody. You're one person.
Yeah.
There's so many, my material hits on so many different levels. So, of course, I can't say it's gonna make everyone laugh. No comedian can go out there and be like, my jokes are gonna make everyone in this room laugh.
In any second. That's why it sucks so much when you tell someone you want to be a comedian and they're like, oh, tell me a joke. And it's like, dude, this isn't the kind of place to...
See, and sometimes it is hard on the spot, but they catch me on at the worst times because I'm usually like... I'm coming out of a store from a long day, and I'm like, I just want to get
your brain
home.
is just empty.
I'm
you
like,
just can't think of anything.
And when somebody asks me, "Oh, you're a comedian? Tell me a joke," I want to fucking punch them in the fucking face because it's like, why don't you shut the fuck up?
Yeah.
Like,
dude, you don't understand.
Are you gonna pay me for my shit? Because why should I give you my free fucking show?
Well, also it shows they
don't
understand.
And be part of the support.
Yeah, it shows like they don't really understand what comedy is in that aspect. Like they don't understand what it's like to create it and like how it works and doesn't work.
I
they don't think
for
about
them, it's just like, oh, it's like the celebrity kind of feeling effect where starstruck, but to them it's like, you're a comic, huh? They just want to call and fucking find the bullshit. Yeah. Tell me a joke then.
A lot of people are like that. Or other people genuinely think that it's since like I can just say a joke right now and it doesn't take a lot of effort, but it does a little bit, and I have to think and I have to keep track of how I'm talking and what I'm saying and all the mumbo jumbo, whatever. And I actually have to do it. And to them, it doesn't seem like it's a big deal, but to us, it's such a big deal.
It is. It's almost like an antagonizement kind of. For me, I feel like you're putting me on the spot for no reason. Like, Like, I understand.
And every time someone says
something, I should be able to tell a joke on the spot. Yeah. But when you're not in that mood and you're like not like for me, when I used to get ready for stage time, and I knew I had like an open mic, there was something I can go to and go prepare for. Yeah. Everything else was cleared out of my head. Only thing that I was focused on was that night. Yeah. That performance. That I needed to hit. I'd be locked into my notes. I'd be writing shit down. I'd be editing, rewriting, redoing whatever I had to for my material.
Submerged into it.
And then you get this fucking idiot over here that says, tell me a joke because you're so fucking goddamn funny, right? Uh-huh.
That's not how it works. Ask a lawyer to do their job right now.
Yeah.
Ask them to object to something. It's like, what?
And it's like, well, I met you, so there's the joke.
You know what I would do a lot? I would turn my phone camera on, and then I would put like the selfie mode, and I just show it to them. There you go. There's your joke. I did that to customers at 3 Margaritas once.
Oh my god, dude.
I asked first if they could take a joke or not, and they were like, yeah, sure, lay it on us.
Obviously not. Right?
No, they were really nice people. They thought it was funny. One time this guy didn't think what I said was funny because I was like, can you take a joke? Because what he said was, I was giving him a beer, and we usually give glasses with the beer. And he's like, no, I don't want the beer. I'm no sissy. And I was like, can you take a joke? And he's like, yeah, sure. And I was like, yeah, but you still want the tip in your mouth? And then everyone else laughed except for him.
No.
And I thought it was so awesome because I was on the spot. I thought of that right there.
And thus, he never had his job evermore.
It's funny. Like, I'm such a positive person, and I'm so very optimistic, and I try so hard to be nice. I'm not a lot of the times. I'm a dick a lot of the times, but I try hard to be nice. And it's funny that my jokes tend to be so dark and take such harsh twists.
Like your jokes don't match your character at all, which is it's probably works for you.
I don't understand
it
why.
It throws people off, and it's like, wait, what the fuck?
Yeah, I had this conversation. I know you've heard this story briefly, but I've had this conversation with the black guy at an open mic night. And it was at the Riverside. It was my first time there. And the band was playing, and I'm about to go up, and I'm talking to this black guy, and I'm like, yeah, but like, who comes here? Like, are they regulars? Do they come here every single Thursday? Or like, blah, 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 blah. And he was like, yeah, you're a nice person. You're cool. And then I went up, and I told the black joker too. And then I also told in the beginning, this was a giant mistake. I was like, any hecklers out there? come after me. I just want to practice with hecklers, which was not a good idea at all. And then he was heckling me, but I was like giving it to him back, and I was saying mean stuff. And then he was really fat, and I was like, yeah, I do have to worry about you, because all you have to do is sit on me. And then like after the show, and I thought he was just kidding with everything that he was saying, but then after the show, he just walks up to me and punches me in the chest.
Oh my god, dude.
And he's like, that's not fucking funny, you're a dumbass. And then he leaves. And it was insane. And then my friend, who's one of my best friends, her dad was making jokes about it, and the funniest thing he said, he was like, that's the funniest shit I've ever heard. I would pay to go see him. If he gets punched every time, I'd pay to go see that.
When I went to go see, like, me, my personality's combatant. I'm a facetious little fucker. If I can find it, I'll fucking hit it.
Your comedy is very, very interesting. It's very mocking. It's like a mocking kind of tone.
Yeah. Well, I mean, to me, I find a lot of dumbasses in the world, and it's just like, it's interesting. But, like, for example, like, okay, so for my kid's school, she's 5 years old, so she was like this little preschool shit, or, yeah, grade school, whatever. Kindergarten, I think it is. I don't even know what fucking school she's at. I just know where it's at, thankfully.
We'll just say that the weed affected it.
Yeah, and like, so we're supposed to every week, or they transition every other week.
What's up? We're doing a podcast. How you doing?
Oh, not bad.
You're fine.
I just thought I'd come back.
Oh, okay.
That's cool.
Yeah, so is it still going, or?
Yeah. I mean, we could end it soon, though, because I do gotta go pretty soon.
Alright.
But yeah, we'll wrap it up. We'll give it 4 minutes to make it an even hour.
Sounds good. No, I was just saying though, like, we were actually talking about this morning.
I don't want to talk about shit.
And we have to bring in snacks and stuff.
Oh, the snacks?
Yeah, and I was telling her, I was like, you should just walk in there with a bag of Skittles one day, because the teacher gives us such a hard time because we always forget. Uh-huh. We always forget our day.
Oh, wow.
So we never bring snacks. So I was like, well, you should bring in a bag of Skittles or something, like a candy, but a bag of Skittles. And just be like, hey, teach, I got my snacks. Just be like a dick about it. Should be looking at you all crooked and shit, like, do you have enough? And be like, just so happens I do. Yell out at her, what's her favorite color? Just throw it out. Here you go. One for everyone.
Skittles are the best.
You would still have at least a half a bag of Skittles, guaranteed. One for each kid? Hell yeah. Flip it at the flick it like a quarter at the teacher. Here you go. Everybody got one, Even there's probably 2 teachers in that room.
You hit her in the eye. Everyone calls her red eye.
Unless it was like a green one or a yellow one.
I came on him. I'm sorry.
You're piss eye. But yeah, no, I'm just like I said. If I can find it, I'll hit it.
Yeah,
I'll fucking do it. But for sure, man, that show.
Yeah, we should go.
I'm down for it. I miss it.
It's so much fun. You're gonna love it when you go back. Oh, and I killed the last time I went because even though I shouldn't care about rejection as much, it still stings a lot. And then so when I was there, I gave them, which I guess it's not a bad game plan, but I did it for the wrong reason at least. I just gave them my best jokes, and I was hitting them hard. And I also tried new stuff out in between that to not compromise the whole show. And I just killed. It was one of my best sets ever. It was so much fun.
Wow, then we'll definitely have to. You said tomorrow, Thursday?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have to be there at 6.
Well, just hit me up.
Thank you for doing this podcast with me. I had a great time. We should do this again.
Not a problem, man. I have fun.
All right. Take care. Norman Royal.
Laters, everyone. Laters, everyone. Laters, everyone. Laters, everyone. Laters, everyone. Laters, everyone. Laters, everyone.